Welcome to another edition of Ruggas. Carl, the Under-20 International Series kicked off with the Junior Boks facing Uruguay and Argentina facing Georgia. The Boks, 29 for the Boks, 10 for Uruguay. One walked away after the game with, yes, it's a win, but not a comfortable win.
Yeah, it's a very uninspiring win. I think we're all guilty of when Bafana was announced as the new coach, everybody thought, jeepers, uiteindelik. And then the uiteindelik didn't come. Afterwards, he came out and said they expect a shaky start on that. It's not an excuse for me. They were in camp for 3 or 4 months. It was a horrible display of any kind of rugby. It was just simple as if there was no plan. And each boy tried to play on talent and make an impression, because it was the B team. I mean, let's be honest. Apart from 1 or 2 players at the back, it was definitely the B team that played. And these guys were desperate. I think they knew, because the top players were saved for Argentina on Wednesday. So these guys knew they were number 2 in line. So they went out, tried to impress. Unfortunately, it didn't work for them.
Yes, and then Uruguay, take nothing away from them, played well the first, at least for most of the first half.
Well, yeah,
but due to their own mistakes, they shot themselves in the foot a couple of times in terms of scoring opportunities. And then the difference only came in the second half when they brought in the let's call it the 18 players. Of which they scored. I'm just going to mention, Gerke and Gertse, the combination of Andre Juvente and Jan-Hendrik Wessels with their bursting runs, George Cronje, Kian Meaden, yes. Quinn Horner, however, started and a very good man.
Yeah, Quinn was a surprise because he normally played at centre for Boys High, and he had a brilliant game at fullback. If he is not our first choice in fullback on Wednesday, I don't know what else he had to do.
Yeah.
He played extremely well at the back. Kevin Gertse and Ethan James
yes.
came in. They started the game, but they only came into the game in the second half.
Correct.
When the forwards started to dominate, when Jan-Hendrik and Simon Miller and Andre Higu gave them forward momentum.
Yes.
But Kian Meaden also, when he came on, excellent on the ball. It's stranger that the 2 fly halves that they brought in later is starting to make place for themselves, a name for themselves. But we didn't see Sasha. He will most probably start on fly half on Wednesday. But yeah, it's really worrying that the Junior Boks play like this after the amount of attention they got and the amount of talent they had comparing to Uruguay.
Yes, because Argentina thrashing Georgia 82-10. However, it was a very close first half. Argentina managing to lead with 21 points to, I think it was 10.
Yeah, it was 10. They didn't score anything in Georgia in the second half.
But then after the second half, Georgia just collapsed.
Yeah, but it's a slow poison. It's your forwards. In the beginning, Georgia's forwards were on top.
Definitely.
But Argentina's forwards came back. I mean, how many of their tries was mauls from 5-meter lineouts and that kind of stuff. But they, again, the lesson learned by the Bulls in Treviso, the same lesson is going to be learned by the Junior Boks on Wednesday. I don't know what they're going to do. Scrum-wise, ons is in ons peekie in.
Yeah, no, we were not good in scrums at all.
Jan-Hendrik showed the first scrum that he came on. The guy was half his size, just bullied him, and it didn't stop. I think with Jan-Hendrik, like Jake White said, he's a brilliant rugby player, a brilliant talent. But to compare him with Osterrand is unfair to Osterrand and unfair to Jan-Hendrik. He's not close to that. He can't scrum. And they will have to make a decision for Jan Hendrik what to do with him.
Which position is going to be best for him?
Yeah, and personally I think it would be, I don't know. But he's a brilliant talent. I can't see him fit in any other position than prop. He's too short for a lock, too slow for a flanker.
Eightsman?
No. But that's...
But ball in hand, he's
brilliant. I mean,
brilliant.
It gives forward momentum and everything. But I believe you must do your basics before you do anything else. So Jan Hendrik, they must take him back to the under-20 rugby. Willem, luister nou. You must keep the guy at the under-20 level for the next year or 2 years. No, next year.
Next year.
Yeah. Keep him there. Get somebody to teach him how to scrum. Ons neek on, we're going to cost this guy his Springbok colours. And he deserves to be a Springbok.
Definitely.
With the talent he has, he deserves to be a Springbok. But yeah, I don't want to single out Jan Hendrik as the main reason for any mistakes that's going to happen. He is going to struggle unless a miracle happens on Wednesday.
Because we are facing Argentina, the Pumitas, on Wednesday. So hopefully the Boks will do their homework and hopefully we'll be pleasantly surprised.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything they can do. With Simon Miller that came on and George that came on and everything, it gave us a little bit of grunt up front. But will it be enough to meet the Pumas?
We will see.
We're not Blue Bull supporters, so it's not all doom and gloom. But really, we've got a problem in South African rugby. We don't pick proper props. We tend, Mr. Goosen also on hooker, brilliant player. But yeah, if you can't do your basics of your position, they mustn't pick you. They must send you back.
Yeah, pick you for your position. Yeah, don't play you out of your position. Yeah.
But that's it. It's like I said, Bafana, a brilliant coach. I mean, he's proven himself at all levels. He distinguished himself at all levels. But now, yeah, after the series, we'll really be able to judge him, because I do think that the South African under-20 side is not the best that we had.
Well, hopefully we will see some good rugby from them, or better rugby on Wednesday.
It will be better rugby because the first choice players will be there. It will be interesting to see if they go for Dylan DeLeeuw, because he was the only guy that got proper line out possession for us. At 6 we've got a problem. The guy from it seems like South Africa sits with this impression that we can run over all of
everybody,
our opposition. And that's to the detriment of our players also, because some of the players just knew one, and that's reguit vorentoe, and it doesn't work. Argentina, these guys are international players. They're not going to allow you to just run over them. So that's, the forwards is going to be a problem. Then it's going to spill over to the back line, because not Bobby Alexander, none of the scrum halves can play behind the losing pack. They've never done, and they're going to struggle.
Yep, but looking forward to the match regardless, always.
Yeah, supporting the Springboks or the Junior Boks and everything. Hope Bafana really makes his proper impression, and let's have a look.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks a lot.